Hey YouTube, Splinter over here, and today in this video being a review on The Walking Dead Season 9 Episode 7. So I'm almost a week late. This came out November 18th, 2018, and today is November 23rd, 2018. It wasn't the best episode, but, you know, it wasn't bad either. It was directed by Michael Cutlitz, the actor that played Abraham. So that kind of explains why they had that weird camera angle with like Rosita at the very beginning and stuff like that, with behind her head and stuff like that. Because I think this is Michael Cutlett's first time direct. Well, I think this is any cast member's first time on the main show directing an episode. Because I know on Fear the Walking Dead, Coleman Domingo or whatever, the actor for Victor Strand directed I think the 11th episode of season 4. So yeah. The viewer count went down a bit, 4.79 million. And that episode's called Stradivarius. I don't really know why though, because like I know there is that thing with the violin and stuff like that where Luke is talking about like how music is the thing that brings people together, but it didn't seem like a big enough role to name the whole episode off of it. And I really hope Luke doesn't get his comic book death in the comics with the pikes on the head. I hope he doesn't get his comic book death. We saw Bernie, and then we saw that big like container thing, and it was already tipped over, and there's like Walker's Crush and stuff like that. I wish we got to see it tip over like we did in the comics. Like that was awesome. And then there's another thing. So when they saw the zombies crushed by the container that tipped over, Connie, she went and stepped on a walker's head and it just exploded. Like the head exploded. I did a video about this and like how squishy zombies' heads are or something like that. Either I did a video on it or I talked about that in a video. I don't remember. So just go check that out if you're interested. But then there's another scene where Daryl he's trying to save his dog, which he just calls Dog, which is kind of funny. He tries to save his dog, and he like kills the one zombie because he throws a knife, and then he goes and like kicks the other one. So technically, his head would have exploded there too, because their head is so darn like just squishy. I bet you could poke your finger through, like I bet you can poke your pinky finger through their skin inside the skull, because it's just so easy. Like, jeez, it's so rotten and stuff like that. I wonder if Daryl is supposed to look kind of like, I don't think they're doing this on purpose, but he kind of looks like Fallout 4's Soul Survivor with dog meat and stuff like that, and how it's just dog, and then in the Fallout franchise, the dogs are always called dog meat and stuff like that. So Daryl has this X scar on his back, just like Michonne. Maggie's gone. Jesus is, or Palmero, or Paul Rovia in the show, is the leader of the Hilltop. I kind of like how Marco and Ken are not the people that first find the Whispers, because like in the comics, it's like, who the heck are these guys? Like, why are they the ones finding the Whispers? So I kind of like how it's Eugene and Mosaic. It's like characters we actually know and stuff like that. But in the season 9 episode 1, I think it was Ken that died, and then we haven't seen Marco ever since. I'm just gonna read the comic parallels. Interior laying down at Magnus Camp is a nod to the movable shelter in issue 127. Rosie leaving the injured Eugene behind is a barn. In a barn is adapted from a smaller scene in 130 where Marco leaves Ken behind instead. Maggie's temporary disappearance is a slight nod to Michonne's appearance starting in issue 127. Oh, I didn't even think about that one. So yeah, the Hilltop, they have like their own armor and stuff like that. DJ, he's the guy with like Sadiq and Michonne. He's getting his own kind of, he's becoming a bigger character, which is, I guess, good for him. And Magna, she's different than she is in the comics. Well, I mean, I guess in the comics, the whole group, they don't really like Alexandria and stuff like that. And Magna was more of the optimistic type, and Connie and Kelly were the ones that were like, no, this group is bad and stuff like that. But it seems it's like almost the other way around now. And Yumiko, she seems kind of like the leader when Magna's being Magna, which is just like, just I don't know, when she's just having her little fits and stuff like that. Not fits, but when she's not happy with what's going on, she's Yumiko kind of seems like the leader, which is kind of cool because she's not as important in the comics. Same with Magna. Everyone thought that Magna was gonna be really important, but no, wasn't. She wasn't. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe, like for more by episode.